Independent grind, powered by Tech Nine.
Joining us now on the line with an album out on tour, the very busy Madchild. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Not bad. It must have been a whirlwind for you these past. I guess you've been on tour for a while. You dropped an album. So can you sort of refresh us on what's going on with you?
Yeah, everything's great. I'm on tour right now on the Strange Noise tour with Stevie Stone and One Ton and Phil Morrow. And we're doing 47 dates in America. I just got back from doing 27 shows in Europe, and I just did Australia before that. So things are clicking. The new album just came out, Demons, doing really good, man. I'm happy. Things are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's start right there on the road. I was going to ask you, because I know you were in Europe. Is there a difference? Do you notice a difference between North American shows and Europe shows? Is there a different energy? What's that like to go overseas and perform?
Honestly, like, the world's become a smaller place, if that makes sense. Like, when I used to tour Europe, it felt like I was in a different planet. But now it all just kind of seems the same, man. Like, the energy of the shows are the same everywhere. Everybody's great. It's not a huge difference, to be honest with you. Maybe Europe's become a more Americanized, or maybe it's just because of the internet. The world seems like a smaller place, but you know what I mean? It's not a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. What about releasing an album on the road? Like, I know the Strange Noise tour is going on now, and you just dropped an album. Is it different for you releasing an album on the road?
I mean, I usually end up putting out my albums while I'm on the road. You usually tour at the same time. So, just a lot going on. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting to be on the road. You're able to announce that your album's out to all the fans that come out to support the shows. It's good.
Does it help you learn anything about which songs or audience respond to, or that kind of thing, I guess, or which ones have you found? I know it's still early, but have any songs off Demons really resonated live?
Yeah, so far I'm just performing the actual title song, Demons and Death Race, but people are starting to call out what songs I want to hear, so I'm going to add them to my set list. A lot of people are shouting out the new single Watergate. So yeah, definitely I'm getting fan feedback, and that lets me know, what I should add to the set.
How do you, and just in general, I mean, you said you were going to Australia, then Europe, and now you're on the North American tour. How do you sort of maintain that energy and even just your sanity on the road?
Well, you have to make a choice, right? You have to decide you're either going to love it or not. If you're not going to love touring, go get another profession. You know what I mean? As with this independent grind, touring is the main way you make your bread, to be honest with you. Super integral part of being a rap artist. So I've just chosen to love it. I like staying in hotel rooms. I like meeting cool people and people that listen to my music on tour. I like meeting, new artists that I tour with. If you're single, it's always fun to meet girls on the road, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's just a fun lifestyle. Every day you got a fresh, clean room. You make a mess. Next day you got a fresh, clean room again. So, I mean, I tour so much, I'm probably more comfortable in hotels than I am at home, to be honest.
Well, yeah, let's get into the album now. Your last album was in 2017, The Darkest Hour. Can you talk about sort of what's been going on with you since then and how sort of your life has influenced Demons?
Are we allowed to swear on this or no?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was fucked up on Xanax when I did that record, bro. So I was I'm happy with the record. It's amazing production by Evidence, but I was going through it was called Darkest Hour for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through some real dark times. You know what I mean? That's my second time fucking falling into the rabbit hole, so to speak. But I've been 12 months, substance free. Life is great. You know what I mean? The new album, I think, reflects on, what I went through, but in a fun way. I'm not a preaching guy. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do and what not to do. I'm just sharing my life experiences. People can take from it what they want to. But life's just better when you're fuck drugs, bro. Shit's stupid, man. Especially when you get older. It's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like my art didn't suffer on The Darkest Hour. And I feel like it's a great record. Once again, Evidence is an incredible producer and had some amazing guests brought to the table for the album. So I'm real happy with that record. But Demons, I think, is a new, fresh energy. And you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm living in the moment right now, and I'm just in a much happier, better place. And it's just because I'm making better life choices. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Was it hard going from sort of creating, you know, like I know sometimes there's that dependency artists get it where like, it's like, oh, I gotta, you know, be fucked up or high or whatever to create. Is there a difference? Did you notice a difference in like recording Demons versus Darkest Hour? Did you feel fresher? Did you feel sharper?
Yeah, I definitely felt sharper. I actually, when you're taking Xanax or like my addiction that I had a problem with before, like way back in the day, Oxycontin, like I never felt like I had to get fucked up to create. I was just doing dope not to get sick. You know what I mean? Because you only get sort of high for the first year, and then you're just caught in this fucking devil's trap where you're just taking the drug to maintain, which is so ridiculous because you're just trying to feel normal when you felt normal without drugs in the first place. So the whole thing is just like a vicious cycle. But I never ever felt like I had to do drugs to create. I was just a drug addict. You know what I mean? Like, it had nothing to do with that. So like, yeah, I mean, I prefer creating with the clear mind, like a sharper mind. Absolutely. I'll tell you, it's gonna suck when I have to start writing when I quit smoking cigarettes. So that's gonna suck. I definitely like smoking cigarettes when I write. And like, this is the year 2019. You're hearing it now. I'm quitting. I'm fucking done with this shit. But you know what I mean? Like, that one's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to like probably hold an unlit cigarette when I write or something.
I know. Was Darkest Hour produced in full by Evidence?
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. So what was it? And then the production credits. Was it like, what's it like producing an album or having one producer produce your album versus like, you know, reaching through a few different producers or a few different artists? Is it a different? Does it feel different for you?
Oh, it was a cool experience. You know what I mean? We had a really good like hit ratio as far as the records that we made and records that we kept. Like, I think we only like scrapped a couple of the records that we made. Like, so it was all pretty like seamless as far as that went. I would just go over to his crib where he has a dope studio, and we just vibe and a lot of beats he just made on the spot. I'm like, yeah, that's the one. Or he'd have a couple to choose from, and we just create. You know what I mean? And we just kept going until we felt like we had a full album. The only difference is that was the only time that I ever sort of put a record together with somebody as far as the placement of the songs, what order everything went in. Yeah, that would probably be the only difference. With Demons, I went back to sort of, you know, back to my own formula of just making records, making sure there's enough dynamics to it where, you know, I feel like there's certain songs that sort of females will enjoy, certain songs that my underground fans will enjoy, certain songs that might reach a broader audience, but at the same time being myself on all of those songs.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed one other difference between the two is you had way more features on Darkest Hour, and Demons like only has one. Was that a conscious choice for you? And then I also like, how do you determine which songs get a feature and who's right for it?
No, that was really just like Evidence bringing his homies to the table that were down to be on the record. Like, I've never been that guy to like go chase people like to do records. It's just not me. Like, if it happens organically, cool, but it's just never really been, I'm not really built like that. I don't really go out and go feel like I got to work with a bunch of different people. Although, and I guess I was making a bit of a statement with this record by just showing I could hold my own just doing the record by myself. But of course I put Prevail from my group's full of members on it. And I guess, you know, I guess that there's an underlying statement there that I just wanted to keep it myself and family on that album, Demons. But I also realize that sometimes when I'm doing music with other people, it's like a friendly competition. So it brings the best out of you. So I do notice on songs where I might be doing a feature for someone else, or the, you know, the times where I do have features for my music, that it kind of pushes me, you know what I mean? I raise the bar a little bit. And it is a fun experience making music with other people. So I'm going to be more open-minded moving forward. I am working on my next album already. I'm quite far into it, actually. But I think I am going to reach out to some artists that I admire and appreciate and see if we can make some cool art with them and start doing more features just for the sake of the music, not for any reason of like, oh, I think this is going to help me reach more people or it's a cool look, just for the sake of the art.
Mm. Yeah, I think that organic part is key. Are there any? I guess if you mentioned a few, you didn't mention names, but is there anyone you can give us who you're eyeing or you love to work with coming up?
Nah, to be honest, I just sort of got my head around the idea that I'm going to start making music with other people. I haven't really thought about who I'm going to make records with. I am going to do something with Stevie Stone because we're on tour together and we clicked. He's a super fucking cool guy. And I heard a bunch of his music and I think he's super talented and he's got these crazy big hooks and he makes like records, you know what I mean? Like records that people could party to and like club records. I don't make many of those. Mm-hmm. So I think it'd be fun to make some music with him where he brings what he does to the table and then I just spit, but you know what I mean? But leave it so it still breathes on the song so it's not too much. But whatever I do, I'm going to stay myself. Like on this next record I'm doing, I know I'm supposed to be talking about demons, but I'm choosing like beats that are different from the past, like beats that are more, I don't know if you would say relevant. Relevant's probably not the word, but more popular right now, like a more of a sort of modern sound with what's going on. But I found this sort of lane where I'm not changing what I do in any way, shape, or form. So I'm still being me completely, but it's on newer sounding beats. I don't mean newer sounding. Is it trendy is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know
There's
what you
like
mean.
different lanes in hip hop. So that's been fun. And I think people are going to dig it, man. I think people are going to like it. But we'll talk about Demons because I'm super proud of this record. It's out now and it's what's happening right now. And I'm so happy with the response I've got and the feedback so far.
Mm-hmm. And I know it's not to take off Demons again, but it is cool. I saw that you posted that Dope Sick went gold, and it's sort of cool to like, you know, have that happen. The writers around you release an album. I guess what's that feel like for you? And is that ever something you foresaw, like when you first started out?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, with small numbers, we have, you know, a bunch of platinum records and gold records, but it's been a long minute. You know what I mean? So to get a gold record, my first gold record as a solo artist, first of all, is an amazing feeling. For it to happen at the same week that Demons came out, where I'm in the best place mentally and spiritually and physically I've been in many years, I feel like it's kind of like a sign, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you believe in like what you put out into the universe, you get back, but I feel that's like a really great example of that concept. I've been putting positivity out there and to receive like so many blessings in such a short period of time. And the timing of it just feels like a really great sign to me. And what I mean by that is that I'm on the right track.
Awesome, man. Well, in that same vein, do you have any expectations for or goals, I guess, for Demons? Like, do you say like, oh, I want this to go gold, or is it not really? It doesn't sound like that's the most like big concern for you right now. I feel like you're just in a real good place with whatever happens.
Yeah, I feel like I'm rebuilding brick by brick. You know, my life story is pretty interesting. You know, I've been super up, like, you know, we don't need to get into details, but I've been super successful a couple times in my life, and I've been super in dark places a couple times in my life, and now I feel like I've risen out of the darkness, and I'm, you know, it's upwards and onwards, and everything is going in the right direction. So yeah, I'm just kind of focused on the future and just happy where I'm at and happy where things are going. Would I like to get another gold record? Of course. That's a very difficult thing to do, though, because we're not talking about, this plaque wasn't for streams, bro. This is for like actual albums sold. So that's not super easy to do anymore. I would love to get some streaming plaques. I think that's more realistic with Demons. But yeah, if it goes gold, of course I'll be happy. I think my second record, Lawnmower Man, is getting close too. So if we're able to announce that this year, I think that would be a blessing for sure. Huge.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll let you get out of here soon. But I want to ask, I know you've mentioned new music. You're on tour. You got a lot going on. But anything coming up? Any like videos for Demons or anything new music-wise fans should be looking out for?
Yeah, I mean, I've got, I think, 7, 8 new videos out right now on my YouTube channel. It's just Madchild is my YouTube channel. I've got 5 more ready to go for the album Demons. And I'm just going to keep hitting people over the head till everyone's paying attention again. That's it.
Awesome, man. And then we'll let you get out of here, but I got 3 random questions for you. The first one is, the first thing you're going to do when you get off tour is...
Go back on tour. I literally had a week, bro. I got back from Europe, and 7 days later, I started this tour. Go right now. Yeah.
All right. You're going to score one movie. Which movie you're picking and why?
Like a movie that came out?
Yeah, you can just like redo the score for a movie.
Well, that's a good question. Goodfellas.
Okay. And then last up, your Desert
And
Island.
it's the best fucking movie ever made. Ever. In history. And for the record, Godfather 1 and 2 are the other best movies ever made.
Well, I guess that kind of answers it, so I'll change it up. I was going to do Desert Island movie, but I'm guessing it's Goodfellas. I'll do your Desert Island album, the album if you have one album and you're stuck on an island with.
I can't pick a playlist?
That's the streaming answer. We need the...
One album. I guess I'd have to say Willie Nelson's greatest hits. Don't ask. I just love Willie Nelson.
Awesome, man. Well,
that guy's the baddest motherfucker on the planet, and that's a real outlaw right there. That guy is incredible. His voice is incredible.
Awesome, man. Well, Madchild, thanks for joining us. Congrats on Demons. Congrats on the Gold Plaque. Congrats on touring your whole life. So Strange Noise Tour is out now, so go check that out. And we're excited. Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me. Have a good one.
You're locked into Independent Grind on Dash Radio. Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern for the latest hip-hop news, music, and interviews. Independent Grind only on Dash Radio, baby. Tech 9!
This is the genius, Chris Calico.
Cali, baby.
Letting you know you're tuned into Tech 9's Independent Grind on Dash Radio.